Hello and welcome back again to part 2 of this video on analyzing the network flow data with Power BI. In the previous parts, we spoke or we actually created the attack label dimension. In this part, we will focus on creating the port dimension. And this dimension would have the following columns: the port key column, which is serve as a primary key, the destination port column, the service name column, as well as the port category column. All right, let's scroll down to the page that has the list of instructions or the steps we are expected to take in creating these dimension. Of course, you can simply copy this code. I didn't mention it in part 1 of the video. Copy the entire code and paste it in your mQuery steps or your query steps. But I wanted us to do it step by step instead of just pasting the code to do it for you. Just in case you can't or you do not remember how to write this code, you can just use your click and drag buttons to achieve the same goal. All right, let's jump into our Power BI desktop. So here we are. This is Power BI desktop. Go into Power Query Editor. Ensure you selected your home tab or home menu. Then click on Transform Data. Once you do this, Power Query Editor will pop up. So once Power Query Editor is opened, here these are the two tables we have, or two queries: the attack label dimension and the network flows. So again, just like we did for the first dimension that we created, the attack label, I'll make a duplicate of the network flows table. Right click on the network flows and click on duplicate. Once this is done, let's head on back to the document to see the columns we need. Again, we need the port key ID. This particular port key is not existing for now. We'll create it ourselves. But for destination port, service name, and port category, we have those. So let's scroll to the end of this and check it out. So we need service name, we need the port category, as well as, so the service name, the port category. Where is, oh, the port category will be created. Actually, it's not created right now. The service name, the port category, and destination port. Now, because the service name happens to be the last column that was created, we can't take out any step here. If we do, we'll lose this service name step that we've created at last. So what we need to do here is to drop every other column except for destination port and service name. So I'll select service name, then scroll to the left to select destination port. I think it's the first column here. I'll hold my control key this time around, not shift. I held on my control key to select the two columns. Right click on the port, destination port, and click remove other columns. Once that is done, every other columns are out. We only have the destination port and the service name columns left. Now, once that is done, we need to create others. So you can see it says keep destination port and service name columns only. The next step is to add the port key index column. So I'm going to call it, oh, before we go ahead with that, what do we want to call our table? We want to call the table the dim underscore port. So let's rename this table as the dime or dim underscore port. Hit enter. So once that is done, back to our steps or list of instruction, Oh, before we go to step 3, let's remove duplicates. So we have to remove duplicates, okay? And the duplicate to be removed from the port destination port column. Right click here and select remove duplicates. Once the duplicates are all out, we can create a port key index column for the various ports, the destination port. I want to move the destination port to the left. Just click on the name of the column and drag it to the left. All right, so let's go ahead and add a new column. Click on add new column or add column, then select index now, index column from 1. Add new column, index column from 1, and that will create an index column automatically, which would rename as the port key as given on the document. So I'll double click on this index name on the column title and paste, because we've copied that earlier, and then hit enter. So as you can see, various numbers from 1, which are integers, down have all been created, and these numbers are expected to be unique per entry. Okay, because I always love my primary key or my, you know, the column that uniquely identify the rows to always be at the top. So, I mean, always be at the first column. So I'm going to click and drag the port key to the left part of the table. Now we want to add a column called port category. We will do this using the custom calling option, and we'll copy all of this code and paste it there, right there. Let's go ahead, click on custom column. Then once custom column opens, you paste the name of the column that we have copied. I just copied this name, port category. Of course it can be typed. All right, it can be typed. Paste the name, then go ahead and copy the entire code. So I've copied the code including the comment. So let's understand the code. It says if port destination port is less than 1024, then return that as well-known port. Else, if destination port is less than 49152, then registered port. Else, dynamic or ephemeral port. So this is just a simple if else if statements. So go ahead and click on OK, and once you do this, we have now created the port category. Let's rename this as text, and this is really fantastic. This is really fantastic. So with that, we have completed the port dimension, and here is it, the port dimension with the following keys: the port key, destination port, service name, and port category. All right, with this that we've done, don't forget to close and apply. Of course, if you want to continue without closing and applying, you can do that. You can go ahead and create other dimensions, but for now I want to keep the videos as short as possible. Just the first video seemed to be a little bit long. We want to keep others as short as possible. So we're going to be creating the dimensions on separate videos. Now that this is done, don't forget to save your work if you're going with me. But if you want to complete all the dimensions, you want to completely create them before you close and apply, that's also fine. All right, but my method will guarantee that I won't lose any file. So it has been the changes have been applied. See here we have the dimension ports or the port dimension and the columns that came with it. You can also view it from the table view. All right, so if I click on port dimension or dimension port, you see all the ports, and the various other features associated with the ports. All right, so let's hit on save to save this file, this edits that we've done. Let's hit on save to save the edits that we've done, and just give it some time to complete the saving. And then you see here updated. You can see last saved yesterday at 10:44 p.m. Let's see the time this will update to. At least that will let you know my current time. Okay, so don't forget to drop your questions in the comment section. I know you're watching this video from YouTube, our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to like, subscribe. First of all, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and reshare. Make your comments, like, drop comments, and reshare. All right, we're looking forward to that. You can see it has saved this today at 12:32 a.m., which means my time at the moment is 12:32. All right, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you again in the next part. Goodbye.